Hey everyone, welcome to Pop XP. And before the show starts, make sure to click that subscribe button and click the bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload awesome new content. And don't forget, if you can, make sure to share our stream on all your social media outlets. We appreciate it, and thanks for helping us grow the Pop XP channel. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's the brain of the mainframe here now, Scout with the Pop XP. And joining me is my crowdfunding co-host for Creator Power Hour, Mrs. Cara Nicole. How are we doing? I almost said Mr. What? I'm so used to hosting with Billy, you know?
I'll pretend to be Billy. I'll be done like this.
You gotta walk away now from the camera.
Animated and come up like this and then come down like this. Yeah.
And then go like this. Then get down like that, and then whack your bell. You got a bell?
Oh, I need a bell.
You need a bell.
I need a bell.
Well, while you try to find a bell, we also have a great guest co-host. Then we got Colleen Cole in the house. How are we doing, Colleen?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Your campaign is you're at the heading to the finish line, right?
Yep, 26 hours to go.
What? Nice. How are you feeling?
I'm excited and terrified and excited.
Has it been everything you've dreamt? Everything you could imagine it could be?
It was a whole lot more work than I was ready for.
Yeah.
But I think I got it all figured out, hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, excellent.
You never have it all figured out.
I don't.
Ever.
I don't.
Ever. We never do. I'm still like, I don't know.
Like, I totally missed the bus on actually creating a video. I was like, I don't really want to do that.
On the next round, you'll make the video. You'll do the video on the next round.
Maybe.
Will there be a next round?
Oh, yes. Yes,
okay,
absolutely.
Okay. With the maybe, I wasn't sure if you're like, yeah, no, this was fun. We'll fulfill. See you later.
Yeah, no, there's another issue in the works, and there's a crossover between this and Wolf and I in the works.
Oh, very cool. That's awesome. Yeah. Nice. So, also, Cara, you had something pop up today, huh? On Kickstarter?
Yeah. So we have Cosplay Craze.
Cosplay Craze.
So this is really cool. Artist Assemble is a sketch card company that does sketch cards. Is that me?
What's
Somebody
that?
else
didn't touch anything.
I didn't touch anything either. Okay. Maybe it is me. Son of a
bitch.
Okay.
What is she doing? What are you doing, Cara?
I was seeing if it was me that was echoing, and it is, in fact, me echoing.
I don't hear an echo.
You don't? Okay, cool.
I do not.
So Artist Assemble is a sketch card company. Bianca Thompson has done over 100 sketch card campaigns as an artist with Tops and Vampirella and Lady Death and all these, different sketch card companies. And then she started her own. She does a lot of back to retro series, things like that. And she says, let's do a sketch card campaign for you. And I'm like, what do you mean? I thought it was like a Fire Bitch thing. And she was like, no, like you. So yeah, I am a cosplayer that has now sketch cards. So artists like April Reina, Andy Bond, Jay Fife, Danielle Gransel, Andrew Sanchez, like they're all artists, right? And they're drawing these little 2.5 by 3.5 cards of me in my cosplay. And we also have trading cards. So you can get trading cards with different themes. And then you get a one-of-a-kind original art custom sketch card.
Oh, that's pretty cool. How many cards are in the set?
Well, nope. See, I'm still echoing.
Did the echo go away?
Did the echo go away? Yeah, the echo did go away.
Good. I know what it is now. So
okay. So
it's the share audio thing for this screen actually right here is echoing. So we'll see how it goes when I play the video. When I play the videos, if we had an echo, just let me know, people, or Raven or Edwin backstage. Give me a thumbs up if you hear anything. Carry on.
Okay. What was I saying? I was talking about you were asking about
You were talking about my special cosplay deck. That's a thing you can unlock at 10K with all my goodies hanging out.
Oh,
What? I'm like,
where did that come from?
Where did that come from? Like, wow.
It's the $10,000 stretch goal.
So at one
It's a
point,
stretch.
you can get a piece of my costume. It's called a wardrobe card, and this is really big in collectors card circles, and you get a piece of an outfit from a show or whatever. So we have that available. First 10 people got a bonus card, but this is, so your tier A is you get these 4 sketch card or these 4 trading cards, these cosplays with an original sketch card. So it might not be that one. It might be that one. It might be, it's probably not going to be that one, but it's a one of a kind original sketch card. And then B, we go into the Vixens, which is, you know, Yvette from Clue, Jessica Rabbit, Vampirella, and
Elvira.
Thank you. And then you get a card. And then you go to C, which is the retro series, which is a lot of what she does with her artist group. And, you know, the 66 Catwoman, Chitara, Fembot, and Velma. And then you get a card as well. The VIP pack, you get all 12 cards. You get an original sketch card. You get a limited Danielle Gransall lenticular card that goes boobies, not boobies, boobies, not boobies. And then you get a copy of Bianca Thompson's Fire Bitch card. That's for VIPs and up only. You cannot buy that card. And that original card was something that she gave to me as a gift. So just at one time, and I was like, hey, I want to share this. We have producer packs. I believe there's only 4 left. And you get 5 cards, 5 sets, all the stretch goals, whether we meet them or not. You get everything. You get an oversized card from Alfred Trujillo. Just all that shack. Nice. The kiss card, you get a kiss. You get, like I said, the wardrobe card that has a piece of my costume, and you get the subset. So I don't know a ton about sketch cards, but it is a whole world of people very invested in this art form and this collecting of art styles. It's really amazing. It's like, you know, some people are sketch card collectors.
Yeah, yep.
Sketch cards are definitely a thing. So these are just some of the things that have already been drawn.
And they're all are they prints of the sketch, or are these actually
this is an original? You are getting the original card. If you get that Chitara card, that is exactly the only one that was drawn. It is yours. It is an original art piece.
Oh, that's cool.
So
this is limited then, right? Like,
yeah,
to how many backers? Yeah.
It's limited to 400 packs, which is actual cards. So then there's what's called a subset card. And these are fancy additional cards. There's a set of 5 cards for that, and one side is a copy of an original of a character, and the other side is a photo of me as that character. These are add-ons that you can purchase. The 52 card pinup if you missed it, the card deck, the patch, but the cards are what's called a promo card, and it's got information about the set, and these are very big collectible items. I had no idea. It's insane. I love it that people are very you know, they want a complete set. We also have 3 available Andrew Sanchez originals, your choice of what you want on there, and those are his artist proofs.
Nice.
So we've got stickers as stretch goals. We've got additional cards. We've got so much stuff as stretch goals. She really does take care of her people.
How often does she do these campaigns, these stretch card campaigns?
I think she does them about 4 times a year.
Oh, okay. This is honestly the first time I've ever seen her campaign, Artists Assemble. At least for stretch cards.
For sketch cards, yeah. She's been doing this for a long time, and it says 11 created. I think she's been doing this about 3 or 4 years. So she does 3 or 4 a year. And that's where we are.
Awesome. I'm going to play the campaign video. And then let me know if there's an echo. So.
It's me, Cara Nicole, your AZ Power Girl, and this time I am coming to you with Artist Assemble for a unique, one-of-a-kind sketch card set. Now, this is limited to 400 packs, and with each tier, you will also get 4 unique trading cards featuring me, your AZ Power Girl, and a hand-drawn or painted one-of-a-kind sketch card inspired by moi. Now, choose all 4 tiers for a super value, and this set has 25 of today's top sketch card artists, including Andy Bond, April Reyna, and of course, Bianca Thompson. Who could have a sketch card set without her? You don't want to miss out on these stretch goals? We've got stickers and oversized cards, and we also have exclusive foil cards, redemption cards, as well as the exclusive Cara Nicole wardrobe card. Now you can own a piece of my costume. Don't miss out. It is super, super exciting and brand new. So join us here for Cosplay Craze.
So how are you really cutting up one of your costumes?
Yes. It doesn't. I have to cut it up anyway to make it as a pattern for the new suit. So yeah.
Oh,
I mean, and it's worth it. It's worth it. I mean, I get to be like really famous people have these cards with like pieces of outfits from, TV shows and movies. So I think it's really exciting.
That's cool. How do you get the costume card?
We have to hit it. It's a stretch goal.
There you go.
So we've got to hit it, or you can get the producer pack and get it guaranteed.
Perfect. Cool. Well, there you go. And I put the link in the description. So head over to Cosplay Craze down in the links below. If you want to back it, you can click it there and check it out. That's pretty cool.
And there
that's
is
gonna
only
run for 8 days.
8 days.
Only
this
8
ends
days.
on Friday the 13th, and I will tell you there's a super secret surprise coming.
Oh, very cool. Well, keep us in the loop on that one, Cara.
Yeah.
All right. And Colleen, you have 26 hours to go on your campaign, your very first campaign, which has done very well.
Yep. Super excited about it.
Awesome. So really quick, tell us a bit about Coco's Hollow.
Coco's Hollow is an adventure with 4 friends. They go through a lot together, and this one is an epic adventure of them trying to save family and realm. So,
what kind of realms are we in? What kind of realms are we in?
We're in a realm that's kind of it's like Sedona, Arizona. So it's got like all sorts of beautiful green spaces, but also that beautiful red rock area. So,
oh, very cool. Nice.
I'm excited.
I love the artwork. I really like this cover too. It's a great cover.
Thanks.
Nice.
Yeah, I lucked out with all of my cover artists. So,
yeah,
and that's Alfred Chuyas.
Yeah, we got Krista Crawford.
Yep,
she's so nice, Krista.
Now, did you go out into the world to choose your cover artist, or did you just throw a rock in my neighborhood?
Sometimes I knew what I was doing, and sometimes I didn't.
Because me and Krista and Alfred are all like right here.
Right. Now, so Jason Mentz was definitely on the list. As soon as I figured out that I wanted to do this, I knew that he needed to do a cover for me. Definitely knew that since I was going to be doing cosplay covers, that Cara was going to be a part of it. And I was super excited to have Alfred hop on board with this. That one was a surprise because I was totally in the mindset of this is a family friendly book, a little bit younger crowd. But I don't know. It works, and I absolutely adored it.
Speaking of Krista, they have so many cool covers.
We do.
Right.
And then this one's Adrian Rupp. He is a Disney and WB artist. He actually came to me through a friend of mine. I've been doing Rocky Mountain Con up here since its beginning con, and Tim was the one who set me up with Adrian, and I was super excited to get his work.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. He's got such a great polish to his style. And then you got your cosplay covers.
Yep. I made most of those costumes and all of the wings for that. I definitely had a vision of exactly what I wanted from it.
Mhm.
So
Cool. I like this one a lot.
thanks. Yeah, that one was done a couple years ago, even before I knew that Coco's Hollow was going to be a thing.
It was meant to be. It was in the stars, Colleen.
It was.
The Cara Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. You got shirts.
I do. I decided to really work outside of the norm, I guess, for comic book Kickstarters. I wanted to bring a lot of what I do, which is apparel as well. So
that Colleen cover is something special.
Thanks.
Oh, make sure to back it.
Yeah.
Nice. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels unlocked already.
Yep. And we are so close to unlocking that enamel pin.
Nice.
And then we've got some character cards that can also be unlocked as we go.
Mm-hmm. Now, how long? I don't know if I asked this the first time you're on the show, but how long did it actually take you to come write your story?
Once it was all I worked with another writer, my friend Max, who I play D&D with, and he does all of the dialogue in the comic, which is most of it, right? So he knocked it out within a couple of days after we had done a lot of the brainstorming and trying to figure out what kind of personalities the characters would have and where we wanted to go with the story.
All right, cool. And with your character design, were you involved with that as well?
I was. These were actually meant as things for my Twitch channel, emojis and all sorts of stuff. So I came up with the concept of the fairies, like I said, a couple of years ago, and then their personalities just grew from there.
Mm-hmm. And you also have your handmade skirts with the pockets that you're very known for and do well with. So you got those in the campaign.
I do.
Awesome.
I do.
Are you going to make Billy his kilt? Are we doing that?
I have not made a kilt yet, and I have refrained from doing so because there's so much more fabric involved.
I don't even know what's involved in a kilt. What are there layers there?
Not layers, but the pleats are much more involved than my pleated skirts. Like I had someone come to me asking me to do a tartan kilt, their tartan, and the fabric itself is stupidly expensive. And then, there's a lot that goes into creating a kilt. And I was like, I think I'm going to pass on that one. Yeah. I adore you, but no.
Yeah, one of our guests tonight.
You need an industrial machine for that.
Do you?
There's so many layers. Yeah.
Well, we'll have to ask one of our guests tonight because we have a gentleman on tonight named Phil Russertt, and he sleeps in a kilt every night. It's really good. He says it breathes, and he wakes up really refreshed. So we'll have to ask him about the pleating. It's definitely something he's not ashamed of. And I look forward to that conversation with Phil tonight. It'll be a blast. But so you have 26 days, 26 hours, 26 hours left on this campaign. Holy smokes. Yeah. So we got to get out there. We got to hit that 4K mark. You're really close to it. Got to get out there. You're less than $250 away from 4K. That'd be awesome if the campaign could get there. Anyone that's watching this live or recorded, please give the campaign a look. It's an all-age book. So if it's something you're into, or if anyone in your family is into it and you want to get them a little gift, maybe it's a nice Mother's Day gift to know that it's coming. Anyone that's into fairies and wants a skirt, maybe a skirt would be nice. Are there any left?
It's the skirts?
Yeah.
I haven't even made them yet. They are going to come made to size.
Nice.
So part of the questionnaire that'll go out is, what size do you need?
Awesome. So that's open as well. So give it a like, give it a share on your social media, on your Facebook, your Twitter, Instagram. Help Colleen get to 4K. Let's do it. There's 26 hours to go and make it happen. And Colleen, I'm happy that you're joining and hanging out with us again. It's always cool making new friends in the network of crowdfunding. So
it's been so much fun.
I think we're gonna bring on. Let's do it. Let's bring on our first guest. We've got the man. I think we'll chat a little bit about some kilts or something. Who knows? Let's Phil, how breezy is it today?
It's not a skirt.
It's
What's
not.
going on?
It's
Oh,
not.
wait.
How are
Do
you?
you wear underwear with it?
All right, that's
No.
one of the tiers on Kickstarter. You want the answer to that? So sorry, you have to pay for that.
Best answer ever.
That's the best answer, Phil. Phil, how you doing, man? How you feeling? Campaign launch Tuesday. You're over 100 backers.
Yeah,
How's it feeling?
I'm grateful, very humbled, very appreciative.
Well, where's the enthusiasm, Phil? Come on. Where's the energy?
I'm just trying to listen. When I get into marketing mode, I don't shut up, so I'm trying not to be that guy. But if you want me to talk,
This
I
is your
can
mark.
talk.
You have 10, Phil. You've got about
All right.
10 minutes to market your ass off. Let's bring it up on the screen, Johnny.
All right, we're doing pretty
I don't
damn
like
good.
this one.
We're approaching the third stretch goal at 6,000. I like to do
Nice.
stretch goals even before getting the goal, because I just want to give back to people when they support me. I think they should get something back. I know some people wait to do stretch goals till after they hit the goal. Not me. I want you to get some free stuff. I mean, it's the least I can do. You're working your ass off at a job you probably hate. So if I'm going to ask you to back my book, then I want you to get something for it. So yeah, we got 123 backers, and we're almost 5,500, and it's just been 2 days basically. I'm excited. I'm happy, and I mean, I think it's a comic book written for people who miss what comics used to be. Personally,
Mm-hmm.
I love the art in tragedy.
thank you.
I really do. The art is just
I didn't draw.
gorgeous.
Yeah, Ricardo's awesome, and he's easy to work with. He's a fantastic human being. You know, the team I have, I feel like you look at any rock band that's lasted 30 years, it's because they all got along. Nobody's ego was too much. Everybody understood what they were bringing to the table and respected each other's craft. And I'm lucky, I mean, Chris Sotomayor is a major colorist in Marvel. DC is the colorist. Ricardo does the pencils and inks, and he's amazing. And Jason Meadows does the lettering. And I'm very, if I'm going to get credit for anything, it should be that I know how to surround myself with talent. I think that's my superpower.
It's your book, so that's exactly what your job is. Your job is to have ideas and be able to delegate tasks to create those ideas and bring them to life. That is it. I mean, you can just hire anybody. You can take two people that do your job, and they can do it very, very differently. It is a skill.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing good art is a skill.
Yeah, I mean, I've been an art collector for a long time, and I can't draw a straight stick figure, but I do understand what I'm looking at. And the thing about Ricardo is I try to give freedom in my some fight scenes and stuff I choreograph kind of tight, and then I'll let loose next 6 panels, just have them sword fighting, whatever, and try to give him freedom, artistic expression. And sometimes, he'll come back and say, listen, I think it's better if we take this 6-panel page and spread it out to 2 pages instead. I could do something more dynamic. I go, okay, trust the artist that he knows what he's doing, because that's not my craft, And we have a good relationship.
You're right, and that is a huge thing. But then people don't think. They think, oh, then the artist does it. Sure, you turn that into a double spread. It makes it better. But you have to make sure your page counts line up. So now you are in the position that you're putting your book together, and you got to figure out how you're going to add enough pages. What are you going to do? Just leave it blank? Of course not. So now you have to use those skills that you have with your art collecting and working with artists to figure out how to maximize the space in your book. So now that artist doing that turned into an opportunity for you to advertise new projects that you have coming up.
That's true, and the funny thing is, I don't write for page count. I write for story, because I'm independent. I'm not a slave to that publisher. So, the first book was 30 pages, full color story. The second one was 28. This one's 36.
But you are a slave to the fact that a piece of paper has to be 4 pages.
It has to be.
You cannot just have
4.
one.
Right, exactly. Yeah, but I get fan art, contest
unless
art,
it's a really big page and you can put everything on it.
Yeah.
What?
I get my daughters.
That's that stretch goal for that fold out.
Yeah, there you go. It's a stretch goal before the answer on the kilt and the underwear.
Yes, very much.
So how's this journey been though, Phil? Because you how many How long has it been since the first campaign? This has all been under a year, right?
All right. So long story short, I got really sick in January. I started writing and I started creating it in February. The first Kickstarter was fulfilled in June. February was a year.
Yeah, so that's awesome, man. So you're in your third book. What's the growth you're seeing now, right? Because the campaign, are you seeing now, even with, this is your third campaign. It's the third issue in your series. This is something you're going to keep rolling with. Are you seeing a pickup? Like, did we get to go much faster this time?
Well, the first one moved pretty fast. The second one was a little slower. Like everybody wants to buy a number one because they figure if it ever goes big, I have the first appearance. So the first campaign usually do, and then there's a dip in campaign 2. I've been told you can lose like up to 30% of your people in campaign 2. I actually lost about 12%, but I gained about 11% of new followers to make up for that. Yep. This one so far trending, I've got quite a few new followers actually. And I know of a lot of repeat backers that haven't backed yet that'll probably back at the end. So yeah, I've seen some growth here. We're moving faster than the last two. A little bit faster than the first one and a lot faster than the second one.
Awesome, man. That's cool. And how many covers are we looking at on this one?
I mean, we funded in 4 hours, so.
Yeah. No, that's not bad at all. What are you looking at? How many covers do we have on this book?
This time, just 13.
Just 13 this time? What was the first campaign? Was it like 20 something?
Just 22.
22 on the first one. Nice. But the covers are awesome.
I mean, I had Will Spatasio, Ian Churchill, Larry Stroman, Sean Chen, and then I had some amazing indie artists, to round it out. I just love art, as you can tell, look behind me, and I like to employ artists. I feel, let's do this together, and if I can be help, I want people to help me make my dream. Well, I want to help artists make their dream to live off of being artists. A lot of them work hard and they're just trying to get jobs. For some people, it's their first published cover. Even though I'm not something big, it's still a credit, and it's fun. It's exciting.
That's cool. I love Mike DeBalfo's cover. I see you use that a lot with the promos thing. That just came out gorgeous.
Who colored that?
And there, February 30th did Mike DeBalfo's. Mike usually has Ula Moss, but she was busy. And Mike doesn't ink his work. He like Billy, he doesn't like inks.
Right.
So you have to find a colorist that's soft to complement the pencils. And I came across this guy February, and he tried out for it, and it was a paid tryout. I hate free sample stuff. Don't make people work for free, people. Don't make artists work for free.
What's his name?
He knocked it out of the park. February Ferdian, FebriFerdian, and he knocked it out of the park. And then that second one you saw, it was colored by Alex Sinclair and inked by Scott Hanna and Arseny Kolyasnikov. He goes by Souljacker on Instagram. Phenomenal talent. But, I mean, obviously Scott Hanna's a legendary inker, and then Alex Sinclair just knocked that out of the park. Colors.
Well, I'm always looking for
we didn't have time to trade dress it.
What was that?
I'm sorry? I was saying we didn't have time to trade dress the Sinclair because, he was doing a cover for Jim Lee and then DC and everything else. So he literally gave it to me 20 minutes before the campaign start. But you know what?
Nice.
Yeah, but hey, he got it in time, and I'm Mr. Little Nobody, and he's working on these major people, and he treated me with respect, and he got it.
Hey, a job's a job, man. You've got to, it's respect, right? He respects what you're doing, and you got to pay. If you're paying someone to do something, they're going to get it done for you.
Well, but cool. You can understand if they've got deadlines that are paying their bills with DC and Marvel, how they could put me to the side, but he didn't. He made sure I was in, and I appreciate that.
You're probably paying the same rate as DC and Marvel.
Check in and say hi.
You're probably paying the same rate as DC and Marvel, so he's going to bang out what he can. That's not a knock at you. That's a freaking.
No, I know.
I don't even know if they pay. Who knows if they even pay. But no, dude, this looks good. So where are we at in the issue 3 here?
All right, I mean, the trailer kind of spoils and gives away what happens at the end of book 1 because, no offense, if you're not on board by now, I can't keep it under wraps forever. I got to start having something to talk about.
Absolutely.
So I did a very shocking ending to book 1 that really surprised everyone. Book 2, I tease you because I develop all the characters, and you don't find out what happens after the events of the end of book 1. Now you're going to. Book 3 is really starting to get more into what's going on, and more of the characters have been developed, and you're going to see the plots unfold. I'm not implying that I write as well as Chris Claremont by any means, but I have a same writing style where it's a long-term game, and I'm opening plot lines, and things are coming up, and I'll throw something in there that you may not realize is going to be something major later. But unlike Chris Claremont, I actually close some of the plot lines before I continue to open new ones.
Very true. Very true.
So it's just like, because like real life, life isn't linear, right? I mean, everyone you run into is a subplot. Some are positive, some are negative, some might be a 5-minute thing, but there's always things going on, and you're always juggling, and there's so many experiences. So I write like that because that's real life. It's not linear. Like, this is the bad guy defeated, move on. It's not like that at all. It's this spider web that reaches out, and just continually things are going on behind the scenes, etc.
Oh, very good. Hey, I got a question. Is there anyone that's, maybe like, oh, this looks cool, but I really want to read, issue 1 or 2. Is there a way for anyone to get their hands on copies of issue 1 and 2?
Yeah, well, this campaign has the digital catch-up, or it has the physical catch-up, but with the covers by Ricardo Silva, if you want to pick up the books.
No, but I'm saying outside of the campaigns, do you have an online store? Are you doing digitals? Is there anything?
I don't have an online store yet, but on my art repping page, I do have the digital available. But people can reach out to me. If you DM me on Facebook or Instagram, it's Phil Russertt on Instagram and Phillip Russertt on Facebook. I'll be happy to help. If you're an international person and you're interested, I'll try to get the best shipping rates possible, make it worth your while. If you're interested, just let me know. Because shipping rates are out of hand, I don't have international option on the Kickstarter. But look, I just want people to read it. I'm not here to milk you for money. If it's a $6 PDF, just read the book. I really feel confident that you'll like it, and you'll want to come back. Because at the end of the day, I can talk all I want. Tell me I'm wrong. I dare you. I challenge you. Buy the book and tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong, Phil. Sorry, you're wrong. I don't know what to tell you. I'm challenging you.
And if you say I'm wrong, I'll respect that. But at least you have to have read it to tell me that.
No, they're good.
Right?
They are good. We've talked. I've read them. I'm caught up. I know what's there. They're good. It's a fun adventure, and it's growing. So it's definitely a series. When you hear a new issue's out, you're gonna want to back it. Because it is, it's you're moving along with your story. You're not starting this series and then I'm gonna take a break from this. I'm gonna do kickstart something else or do whatever. You're definitely developing a really cool universe, and it's cool to see too the timing that you're doing in between, because it's really not. If you think of crowdfunding, it's not that long of a wait. It's really not. It's only a couple months, and you're basically out with another issue. So kudos to you, because you're written, right? Up to a certain point. Don't you already have
scripts?
Yeah, there you go. So you already got your scripts done up to that point.
I have 21. I would have had more, but I have 3 day jobs. So
yeah, there you go. That can be tough. But hey, let's check out your campaign video.
You're gonna get spoiled for what happens in book 1 if you don't want to see it.
All right.
I love it so well.
Homage to Frank Miller. So
Cool,
I guess if you took the Boondock Saints, you threw in some Big Trouble Little China, you're just touching the surface of this book as far as genre.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got mafias, metahumans, mysticism, Chinese, ancient Chinese magic and ritualism, and it's just fun. I'm just enjoying writing it and just having.
At least the sword went through. That always bothered me on Miller's pick.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But hey, Phil, thanks for sharing Tragedy with us, Chapter 3. The book looks great. I'm definitely going to back this so I can keep on with the journey of Tragedy and with this story. And I encourage everyone out there. I have read them. I can attest to it. It is well written. It's well drawn. Ricardo Silva is great. I've known about him prior to Phil ever working with him. I've seen his work, through Billy and actually another artist, another creator. And it's definitely a great book to back, and you won't regret it. So get it there. As with anything, the links below to back this campaign. Also, if you want to help support indie creators, I'm going to say this after everybody tonight, make sure to share their campaigns on your social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Give it a share. And actually, if you guys, maybe you don't know this or not, but if you click the share tabs on here, they actually can see if your links help support their campaign. So there's a way to track that. So if you want to help support any creator you find fancy, then click these links here. But Phil, you are more than welcome to stay. You can go if you're busy. But I'm going to bring our next guest in tonight. You ready to introduce him, Phil?
Sure.
I got it. I'm just Come on. We got the ace in the house, man. We got the ace in the house. Edwin's in the house, man. What's going on, Edwin?
What's going on, guys? Edwin's in the house.
That's right. Edwin's in the house. Say that's the best introduction I've ever received to be on a stream.
That's how we do it, man. The ace of crowdfunding is here, everybody. Edwin, how's it been, man? It's been a while since we had you on. We had you on for your first campaign for this book, and now you're on your second issue, dude. How's it feeling?
Oh, man, it feels great.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a bit of an echo.
You hearing it? All right. It should go away now. It's the share screen thing. Sorry about that.
No worries.
That mute. But yeah, man, really cool. So let's jump into this. Let's talk about the Ace Volume 2. Boom. Tell us a little bit about the Ace. For anyone that's watching this, some newcomers that are watching this live, they're going to be watching this recorded. First off, what is the Ace about?
So the Ace is a story of a young man called David Diaz who's trying to figure out his purpose in life. He just turned 21 years old. He's out of college. He had all these dreams in his head, but they didn't exactly work out. So now he's in a spot where he kind of has to figure out what's next for him in life. And by happenstance, one day as he's getting home from work, there's a shooting star that crashes nearby, and he goes to discover the wreckage. And something he finds there gives him the ability to transform into the armored being that he ends up calling the Ace. And basically, the first issue is about him learning some of his powers and meeting up with this alien bounty hunter called the Kula, who tries to show up and take the armor for himself. So David's got to basically face off against him, and he's able to outsmart him and defeat him, only to have a Kula dare him to kill him. And basically, the last panel, you hear a voice behind him telling him to stop. So that's kind of how the first issue ends, and now issue 2 picks up right after, where you find out exactly who's telling him to stop and why. So we get introduced to a bunch of new characters, more aliens, more fun adventure, more badass villains. So just taking it to the next level.
Very cool. And you have 19 days to go. You are more than halfway to your goal. So that's great. You're at 77%. You're almost there. So everyone, please check out this campaign. Again, share, and back if you like it, because this is good. So Brian Blevins, who some of you know as Dr. Blevins, was he was a huge fan of the first issue. Wasn't able to pop in tonight because he has a council meeting. But he just wanted me to let you know, Edwin, that he's pumped about this. I don't know, he might have backed this second issue already. I'm not sure, but he's definitely going to do it. And he said he's missed you because he wanted to ask you some questions. But he's loving this. And let's do this. Let's check. We'll play your campaign video first, and then we'll dive into the rest of the details.
That sounds good.
Very cool video. Very cool.
Yeah, shout out to Red Gaze for that. He did the first trailer, so it's only right he brought him back for volume 2.
Yeah, definitely. So let's check out this campaign. You got some great art in this book, man. So where were you? Let's just talk like evolution. I love that, right? Like the evolution of a book, artist, anything different that you feel like you leveled up in this book from issue 1 to issue 2.
Yeah, I just think I'm a lot better writer. The first Ace, it's the first ever book I've ever written. There's kind of like some growing pains. As much as I loved the first comic, there's kind of things I wish I maybe had tightened up here and there. And this one, I just felt a lot more comfortable. I've done some other work. I've got, a short story that's been put out by Alterna. I got some stuff that's coming out for Passion for Drawing, part of his anthology series. So just as a writer, I just feel more comfortable with the characters, with the setting, and the whole adventure. I'm even more pumped for the third one. I just think it's going to continue to get better and better.
Awesome. And for those of you that are listening to this, he had mentioned Alterna Comics. Peter Simeti, if you're familiar, that's his publishing company. He's also creator, does some amazing comics there and whatnot. And speaking of the devil, Edwin, look who just popped in. Brian Blevins is in the house.
Salute.
There you go. So yeah, man, that's great. Now, I love it when the video is playing. Let me find the image. Which one was it? It was like Tactical Nipples or something. Oh, it's not in here. It was in the video.
Yeah, it's that was a piece by Canales. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and same person was like Tactical Nipples. Yes. That was funny. And then Mark says, "This looks cool. Who is the demon girl?"
Her name's Angelyke. She's very much inspired by Madeline Pryor. Kind of like I'm a big X-Men fan. I grew up on that, so you see hints of Madeline Pryor plus Archangel. Basically anytime she's on the screen, is the reason why I love that cover there by Doodle Bags. She kind of takes over. She kind of enters and everybody pays attention to her. So as you can see, she's kind of a game changer. So she's definitely a lot of fun and a very dangerous opponent for the Ace.
Yeah, no, that's a gorgeous cover. And the interiors are awesome. I love the colors. I love the style of this book, right? Because there's a cartooniness to it, but it's not like a cartoon, if that makes sense. Like it's not like silly cartoon.
It's
I definitely
grown-up cartoon.
It's like it's grown-up cartoon. Now, Colleen, from the
Yes.
realm of fairies, do
Right.
you enjoy a good sci-fi?
I do. And actually, I was just thinking about this. I really love the fact that this is kind of a mix of that sci-fi and comic world that we all grew up with. And it actually gave me vibes of The Last Starfighter.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like some sci-fi.
Yeah, nice. And I have to say, too, I love the sharks, man. This is free.
I loved the toothless one.
Cage.
Yes.
The whale, is that a whale shark? The toothless one? Did you actually pick, like, Edwin, were you like, all right, these are the species of shark I want? How did you guys come up with all the different sharks?
I've mostly left it open to my artist, Hal Comics. I've been working with him for a while, and you know, people love Akula. You know, he's been kind of like a breakout hit of the series. So, you know, I wanted to make sure that people kind of got their fix. So I talked to Hal about, you know, coming up with this whole backstory to me. This is like a cross between Street Sharks and Sons of Anarchy. You know, I think people are really gonna dig it. It's kind of ridiculous and over the top, but it kind of works for the setting. And Hal's just an amazingly talented artist. You know, I give him like a full script, and he'll take everything to that next level. And like I said, I can only show that one page just because everything else is a spoiler. But yeah, you're gonna see lots of crazy looking sharks and lots of wild stuff in that one.
Very cool.
When you take anything out into space, there's just so much more that you can draw on and create yourself, and you don't have to stick within kind of the norms of what people have created here.
Yeah, it's also great. Like, you know, this is a brand new series, so it kind of gives me room to really create and set up the world. So there's no real restrictions right now. You know, I can kind of do as I want, as long as it makes sense in the overall tone of the story.
Well, that's what's cool, though, really about, like, again, kind of touching on what Colleen said with, like, sci-fi and stuff, is you get to really, for me, it's like you're really building a universe. And what's nice, though, is when you're working with space and things like that, if you actually use reference, right, you get the NASA photos, all the satellite images and things. If you see the colors, designs, I mean, like these backdrops and stuff, you're like, right on this print, I mean, this is stuff that, like, you don't see, right, on Earth. Like, if you were doing, like, a story on Earth and this and that, you really can have such amazing landscapes. You can have, you know, I guess the buildings and stuff, I don't know, depending on what kind of time, futuristic, past or whatnot. But it's you can do things that are different, right? I feel like there's just so much more creative freedom when you're going off of Earth and into the universe and just creating your own creatures that develop in our fucked up minds, you know, just thinking like weird shit, and we develop these awesome characters. And I really like what you've put together with this series.
Oh,
that print, like, I got a Mega Man kind of feel off of it.
This one right here,
that one right there, yeah,
I love this print. This is awesome.
It's beautiful.
This print, I mean, Anthony Figueroa, he's a fantastic artist and creator in his own right. Does amazing stuff. This is a great. This is a print here, metal print that he did right here.
That's gonna be on metal. Phoenix Animation, who ends up doing the metal prints for me. He sent me a little video. I got to get him to share it. But just the shine and the colors, once it's on metal, it just takes it to a whole another level. Like, it's absolutely incredible. It's really like a piece of art.
Yeah, the Mob Suit, Walter Simonson meets Heavy Metal Magazine. That's great. That's great. JC Vaughn's in the house. He is Gemstone Publishing. Great lineup tonight, Nile. Thank you, JC. Very cool. And then we got this guy.
That's right.
I love this guy so much.
Star of the show.
There he is.
Yeah, and look how big he is.
Yeah,
he's not little. He's a beefy guy.
He is. I love the details on the back. It might be my favorite part. He has the gun.
Pull that back up. That's cool.
Yeah, so you see he's got the legs, and then he got the gun holstered.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a cool slam buddy. There's very limited amounts. I believe 7
They're all
left.
gone, right? They're all, it says sold
no,
out.
I actually had to do that's the first wave.
Another tier?
That's sold out. Yep. So right above it,
there it is.
A little further. There should be 7 more.
It's only $25.
Yeah.
No, I said
that's
wow.
What?
Yeah, these are big hits. So anybody who's got kids, I have a niece. She ended up stealing one and beating it up for a couple of days, and it held up well. So I was like, hey, these are nice and quality. So
I think I'm gonna after the show. I'm gonna. Well, I don't, because I want people to see my personal information. I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna purchase this because I think that'd be a cool thing to add. What I've been doing is like put in, things from campaigns and stuff that are dear to my heart behind me on my set. So I've little trinkets and things I've been adding. I don't know if there's actually a little Cara Nicole right there. I don't know if you see that one right there from her card set is up in the background. It's hard to see. Some other books. So that's a cool tier. Only $25. You can't go wrong with that. That's cool. That's really awesome, man. This is really cool. How this is the evolution of yourself as a creator and what you're putting out. And like Dr. Blevins said, he's pumped about this campaign. I am too. I'm definitely going to back this tonight and get my second issue number 2. Very cool. Yeah,
also,
and everyone out there.
Yeah, I do have like
a
second printing of the first issue that's also in there. So if you missed it on the first issue, you can just grab both.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're caught up with everything. So, man, Edwin, very cool, dude. Thanks so much for sharing the Ace Volume 2 with us.
Can I say something really quick?
Yeah, by all means.
If you go to Indiegogo and type in the Ace, it will not show up unless you make the Ace all capital letters.
Really?
Yes, because I just did that. And I was like, wait. And then I went back, okay, maybe if I do this, thinking it's ridiculous, and absolutely first thing.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Now you have it. Make sure you type in the Ace all caps, or just do everything in caps. Just hit the caps lock right there.
Or you could copy and paste the link.
Or you could just click the link in the description below after you click subscribe and the bell to get notifications to know when we've uploaded.
I think those all sound like great ideas.
All of them. All of the above.
I thumbs up all those. Yep.
There you go. So everyone check out the Ace, back it, share it on your social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you're using. If you're a fellow streamer too, and you want to reach out to any of these creators, Edwin, where can you be followed for anyone that may want to invite you on?
Easiest place to find me is on Twitter. I'm at Edwin Aces. DMs are open, so anybody wants to reach out, please feel free.
Awesome. Very cool. And Edwin, you're more than welcome to stay. We've got 2 more creators tonight. We're going to check out 2 more campaigns.
I would love to, but I actually just got home from work earlier, so I got to kind of unwind. But thanks. It's been a pleasure. Always appreciate coming on.
All right, man. Awesome. We'll see you next time.
Take it easy.
All right, man. All right. That was cool. I love space stuff.
Space stuff is so fun.
I love space stuff. Like tonight, after this show, I've got to do some more work. But I want to check out the new episode of with Star Trek: Strange New Worlds on Paramount Plus. I'm not sponsored Paramount Plus, but you can. And you like Star Trek, right, Colleen?
I do. I like Star Trek, Star Wars.
I think Darth Vader is my favorite villain from Star Trek. But anywho, we have another great guest to come on right now. It's Raven Monroe. Raven, welcome back.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Hey, welcome. You've now, I think it's your 3rd or 4th time coming on the show. We've gone some campaigns with you. We heard you were here to tell us the day you're like, I get to do comics, I get to draw and everything full time now. And we're like, yeah, go Raven.
That was huge.
And you're here with a really cool campaign. And then I've been seeing, I kept seeing stuff. And then like today I was like, oh my gosh, like I know it's last minute, but I'm going to see if Raven wants to come on and talk about Ponshu, which is again, you've got like a little stuffy too. And I need to get one for back here for my shelf.
Well, by all means, sir, he's yours to have.
There we go. So, Ponshu, what do we have here? What is this campaign all about?
Oh man, so Ponshu is the result of 2 bad weeks and 1 good day, and I'm sure as creators we can all relate to being like in a creative funk. So personally, I was in a creative funk for about 2 years, and after 2 bad weeks and 1 good day, I had a huge rush of inspiration, which I hadn't had in 2 years. And that rush of inspiration led to me pursuing painting scenery and more character-driven illustrations. So I created this little character on the great day after 2 bad weeks. And here he is. Boop.
Did you actually make him?
We worked with a manufacturer.
Oh, okay.
So it is professionally made, but he was designed with these humble hands. But yeah, so Ponshu came about for me, like reigniting my love for art, and I hope that displays itself in my work that you'll be able to see in this book, which is of Ponshu and the work that I created of Ponshu in the last 3 months, along with the first plushie I've ever made in my life. And yes, yeah.
What tier is that?
The plushie, there is a plushie only tier where you can get just the plushie itself.
Look, just $18. That's not bad.
And that includes any of the stretch goals that we hit. So if you get just the plushie, you can get the poster too, which was just added this morning. We hit a stretch goal, which was awesome.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah. And then there's more plushies available. But
what for the plushies?
Mhm.
Is there a plushie book tier, or can there be is there an add-on?
Yes, there is a plushie book tier. And I believe that's at the $25 tier. You get the plushie and the book. As well as a whole bunch of like cute little postcards and stationery and stickers and all sorts of other goodies. And the art books and plushies are also available as add-ons. So if you want to get just the digital tier and then add the book onto that, you can do that as well. Totally available to mix and match your own orders.
Oh, very cool. I love this. You know what's great too? If anyone has had the pleasure of watching our show and having Raven on or seeing her on other streams, she's a really talented animator too.
Oh,
and I got to say, by far, this is one of the best quality, self-produced campaign videos I've ever seen. And I want to play your campaign video. So let's check this out, and then we'll dive back into this campaign.
I got it. I'm gonna take notes this time, Nana. So, tell me all about him. Oh? Now, who could you possibly mean? Ponshu! Of course, little Ponshu. First question, where did he come from? That's the funny thing. No one really knows. Folks in town say that Ponshu always takes his time to enjoy the beauty of life. So I've heard. There have been stories of him watching the sunsets, playing in rain puddles, dancing with the leaves. You know, someone saw Ponshu using telephone poles as a tightrope one time. We still have no idea where he came from. Oh, but I'll tell you one thing I've picked up on. Ponshu always knows where the beautiful views are and where to find the most kind-hearted people. Maybe start your search in places that make you happy. Does that help? I think so. I'm gonna find him one day. Huh? Oh. No. Have you ever seen Ponshu? Well, funny you should. I got it. Ponshu! Yes! Ponshu!
This spring, bring home Ponshu, the little clown, as a 5-inch plush, and join him on his adventures in a beautiful 38-page art book. From comics to paintings, this book is filled to the brim with bright colors and saturated storytelling. Grab yourself a snack and settle into the relaxing world of Ponshu. Brought to you by the creator, Raven Monroe, and Rockets Publishing. Made possible with your support.
That's so cool. I love that. I love the mob seat. So everyone who does animation as part of their campaigns is now watching the Jedi Master. How long did it take you to make that video? The animation. Oh. Oh no, where did she go?
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you. Did you mute something?
I muted myself.
Oh,
I'm
there you
so
go.
sorry.
I'm like, no, it doesn't show muted on my end.
Oh no! Oh my gosh, that's too funny. It took me about a month.
Very nice.
Mercy.
How do you animate something like? What do you use to animate something like that?
I use Clip Paint Studio. It's my program of choice. Unlike most programs where you pay a subscription and then they limit the features you can use, Clip Paint Studio, you pay a one-time fee. And it's almost always on sale. You pay a one-time fee and you can get everything. There's no limits. I know Procreate, they limit how many layers you can use. I didn't know that was a thing because I've spent.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
It's horrible, isn't it? It's awful. But Clickbait Studio doesn't do that. You can have as many layers as you want, and if you upgrade to their professional package, you can get unlimited animation layers. That's the only thing that they limit is the animation, but that's just for the cheaper option. But I went ahead and I committed to it, and I said, you know what? I'm going to learn animation. Gosh darn it. So I buckled down the last 3 months and really put in some work.
Nice. Now, did you bring in people for the voiceover, the voice acting?
I did. I was so fortunate to work with such an amazing crew. I worked with Trisha Mellon, who I worked with in the past. She was the voice of Audie Oddly for my last campaign, Cookies and Scream, which will be coming up on issue 2 this October, actually. So we get to see more of her. Nice. And then I got to work with Lizzie Hoff for the first time. She did the voice of Toby, the little boy with the big glasses. Amazing. She was a gem to work with. And then I got to work with Brimstone. Amazing. Literally just the most wholesome ray of sunshine I've ever met in my life. So I had such a great, enthusiastic team to work with on this, and it just made the process a dream. Really, it was great.
Oh, very good, very good. And so this is an art book.
Yes.
Now, is it just does the art book have a theme? Is there almost something they can follow in the book?
Yeah. So the art book follows Ponshu going through different sceneries and different like little mini adventures. And included in the art book are actually a couple of pages from Ponshu's webtoon. Ponshu has a webtoon called My Pal Ponshu. We have 5 episodes up right now. You can read it for free. It's just for fun. It's a lighthearted slice of life, warm storytelling. So the art book kind of follows the same path where it's really simple, character-driven illustrations. There's not any narration or anything, so you can kind of make up your own story for each piece. Whatever resonates with you, can't be wrong. But yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, isn't that just so cute?
Oh,
So cute.
I saw that and I was like, oh, I love this so much.
So to learn, for you learning animation and stuff, are you just literally teaching yourself, or have you taken any courses or anything on it?
I did go to school for animation a long time ago, but I never actually got to the animation classes. They had me in 3D modeling for a year, and then the school got shut down. So everything that I've learned has been through the power of YouTube, friends, and the Animator's Survival Kit, that big beefy book.
Yes, I love that book. I love that book.
So
yeah,
good.
I did animation too. I did courses and everything. It's like I never got the animation. Then I was finally like, this is so much money. I'm going somewhere local.
Yeah.
It was crazy, but
it's ridiculous. It takes so long to get to the courses that you're passionate about that you lose steam the first couple years, and I hope one day they change that, but we'll see.
We'll see. I still think we need to go back to the days of where it's like you just go, like, you go in, you're like the apprentice, right? You go in and you just work with the guys that did it. Like I mean, I could get on a whole topic on like higher education, and it's just
I'd love to.
Like it's just a waste of money. That's all they're doing. Like certain careers, right? Doctors, lawyers,
yes, that makes sense. It's more viable with
it makes so much sense. But like certain things, like you don't need the degree. You just need the experience. And you don't need the debt that comes with it. You just need the fucking experience, and it drives me nuts. But it's for profit, so you're kind of screwed, everybody. So that's education for you.
I
but
hear you.
Let's educate ourselves with some good books, and that's why we watch crowdfunding comics. Okay.
Here we go.
Again, the plushie's cool. I love this. Tonight we've had 2 fun like tiers, right? With a slam buddy and the the plush here for Ponshu, which is great. Both campaigns are very reasonable in price. This is really cool. And this is a web comic, you said that people can go and look at.
Yeah, there's also a webcomic available called My Pal Ponshu on webtoon.com. You can go read it for free. There's 5 episodes out right now. I update every other Tuesday with hopes to ramp up production in the near future. But yeah, it's again, lighthearted, slice of life, cozy storytelling. It's a comfort. It's a comfort art book. That's what this is, and so is the webtoon.
Oh,
very cool. You have so many different tiers.
Try to get people as
monster tier, the Ringmaster.
It's gone.
Everything. It's gone?
It's gone.
Wow.
It was gone the first day. I'm so excited to work with this individual and do a traditional painting for them.
Very cool.
Great. It's gonna be great.
So many different tiers. The Art of Ponshu narration. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Your credits. Awesome. Now you're at so you have 14 days to go. Oh,
That's right.
you've already crushed your goal. So you're at 6,300. You have
So
82
fortunate.
backers, which is awesome. I hope to see that hit 100 before 14 days are up. I did so JC Vaughn, amazing creator in his own right. He's the Overstreet Comics price guide guy, Gemstone Publishing. I love his comment. Seriously, this is a cute figure and a great approach. Other people should take lessons.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm honored. I'm honored. Thank you so much.
Well, you definitely have a very, very bright future. I mean,
thank
just
you.
seeing this is. I was like, oh, this is so great. And I was like, are you being sarcastic? Because I'm like that. I'm a sarcastic person. But I saw a little animation that you had down at the bottom with like the ball and everything. It was just like, and everything here is so professional.
Oh, man.
You really do have a great future ahead of you. There's like nothing but up.
Oh, I'm tickled pink. Thank you so much. That means a lot. I'm turning red.
Yeah. And then Daniel Russell. Raven seems like a real sweetheart.
Oh,
Just a
you guys
great
are too
creator.
sweet. Thank
Great
you.
creator. Well, hey Raven, thanks so much for popping on. Sorry we're running a little late on our schedule, but thanks for hanging out backstage and showing off this book. And then in October, when your other book is that you're going to crowdfund again in about October.
You got it.
Perfect. Then come back on and let's share that with the world.
I'm stoked. I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for
Awesome.
having me.
Thanks, Raven. Now, again, you're more than welcome to stay. We have one more guest tonight, or if you have things to do, you're more than happy
I got to get back to work, but I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for having me. It's been nice meeting you.
Nice seeing you, Raven. Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right. That was funny. I was like, am I sensing sarcasm in you, Cara? She's like, no, I really like it's just for some reason I read, just because the way we talk to each other, I had to just double check. So I'm like, this is a really cool thing. And no, she was with it. She was with it. What do you think, Colleen? What are your thoughts?
I thought that it was adorable. I really liked it.
Yeah.
And I liked that there were like different styles popping up in different pages. And
I like the elements of it, right? It's not just a book, right? It's an art book that actually kind of, you can follow an adventure in an art book. Plus you can get the plush, which gives you that physical element, right? Besides just a book. And then if you look through her tiers, she has so many other different things that you can add in, which is really cool. I like I like seeing stuff like that. It really breaks up, crowdfunding. There's so many, superhero books. There's so many horror books. There's so many, there's sci-fi books, and there's so many good ones. I don't mind talking about them. But it's good to just get something like this that just like breaks it up, right?
Something new.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It just adds something, sweet to all the savory, is what I'm saying.
But
and
it's well done.
It is well done.
Yeah.
She definitely takes a lot of time and a lot of pride in her work. And that's one thing me and Billy picked up on the first time we had her on, was just how she's got her style, right? She has her methods, and she's so devoted and polished, which is awesome. All right, and we got our last guest on, another former guest we've had on the show before. Everyone, please welcome Mr. Michael Murphy back to the show. Mike, how you doing?
I'm good, doing good, man. How are you?
Good to see you, man. Again, I just want to apologize. I know we're running a little late with having guests on. You've been patient backstage. So, man, I got to ask, man, how's it been? How's the crowdfunding game been treating you?
It's been going great, man. So, this is our fourth major campaign, and we're going to print soon on our third one, which was Deep Well.
Mm-hmm.
And, fingers crossed, we're going to have one or two major campaigns towards the latter half of the year. The Gods Fear Me Too and the Red Key. So things are going good, man.
Very cool, man. And I know you sent the email over with the link, and this campaign's great. Now, this is in demand right now.
Yeah.
But again, just because it's in demand does not mean people can't back it or what. That's the blessings of Indiegogo, is you can keep on selling while you're making your book, which I love. And so let's pop this up here, right? So we have Longshadow, a high fantasy pulp novel.
Yeah, so, heading into 2022, realizing that we had those two bigger campaigns I just mentioned, I wanted to start the year with something that I could get into people's hands in less than 6 months, because I know those other two are going to take upwards of a year before they're complete. And, I started thinking about the roots of comics and just going back to basics. And I've always kind of been obsessed with pulp as a genre, so this is me taking a stab at modernizing it.
Oh, very cool. Now, how do you feel? When you say modernizing pulp, what do you mean by that?
Well, so pulps originally ran weekly and in some cases monthly in a magazine format with a bunch of other pulp stories. And, it wasn't until much later that they were eventually reprinted in, like a dime store paperback format. And even then, usually the publishers would strip out the illustrations, so they would just be little novels. So this is me doing a novel-sized format, but retaining the illustrations and condensing it down to a story instead of broken up little, short vignettes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very cool, man.
Interesting.
Yeah, let's check out your campaign video, and then we'll dive into the details of everything.
You got it, man.
Nice glutes.
Yeah, right.
I see.
Very cool, man.
Thank you.
Some of those images were just freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been really lucky the past few years since we started, going full in on crowdfunding with some of the artists we've worked with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a weird echo.
Oh, sorry again. That's the share screen thing. Sorry, I just
Oh,
muted
okay.
it, so that should go away now. I hate that because I can't hear that on my end. I don't know
Right,
why.
right.
Everything sounds perfect. It's gone now, right?
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Okay, cool. All right. So Longshadow and the Prince of Echoes, awesome cover.
Thank you.
You definitely got that pulp feel to it, right?
Yeah, man. Jeff Lasley is incredible. He's a dude I've been looking to work with for a couple of years now.
And look at
Love
this.
that image.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
That's
It embodies everything.
Yeah, that's Best Preston Acevedo.
Man, look at that pencil work. Those
Yeah.
lines are incredible.
Yeah.
Can you buy this original piece?
Yeah, you can. It is. We always sell Preston's covers. It's further down. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. So, how many different stories are in this? Tell us, give us a bit of the structure of this book.
Sure. It is a 112 page, although that's probably going to get bumped up once we start designing in the illustrations to the pages.
Mhm.
So figure between 120 and 130 in total. It is one complete story. It's not broken up into chunks. It's not short stories. It's one big story. And as we allude to in the trailer, this is not only a return to pulp, but this is your new favorite detective ogre for hire.
Awesome.
Longshadow is equal parts noir and fantasy. And, so we explore all those tropes, and we've got the dame who enters in the picture, Redlocks, who, approaches him with the job, the gig. And the gig is to hunt down the Prince of Echoes, a vampiric force that's kind of terrorizing the countryside. But instead of blood consumption, he instead consumes the very soul, spirit, whatever you want to think of it as, of his victims, and then he can inhabit that shell. So kind of think of it as like a supernatural parasitic version of the Thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I love it. And now, is it all interior pages are black and white like this?
Yeah, so it is traditional pulp, so it's a mix of prose with illustrations. and there's going to be on average between 1 and 3 illustrations per chapter.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. I love this images here. And you guys created a map.
Yeah, the map started. I just needed to know where certain plot beats were going to happen, and by the time I was done with it, it was a full, complete illustration, and I threw it up on the campaign, and it was one of the first things that sold.
Oh, very nice. I say that a lot. I'm always like, very nice, very nice, and then I stroke my face all creepily and weird. I love it. So good. Yeah, this is great. So tell us a bit now, as far as the campaign's concerned, how much original pieces do you have? And I asked that just because just the style of this, I could imagine people wanting to own like original pieces of this art.
Yeah, so Jeff's been very generous. We're listing all of the original pieces as he produces them. I think 3 or 4 of them have sold so far, and there's still 1 up for sale. And he's working on 2 illustrations right now, and once those are done, we'll be listing them as well. So for $80, you can get a 5x7 original piece from the book and a copy of the book as well.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Oh, cool. And the Mighty Sim did one.
Yeah, so
I love what he did on the sword here.
I know. So so Elder Pain, that's the name of Longshadow's sword.
Mm-hmm.
In our world, when dragons die and turn, to bone and fossilize, those fossilized remains are basically crystalline, and you can, form them into weapons.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so he kind of really ran with that concept and developed the sword further than even Jeff did in the main cover.
Yeah, Vincent says it's dope, but he's probably drunk right now, so who knows?
I'll still take it. Thanks, Vincent.
He loves his rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
And this looks cool. And then what's right at Matt Burke is a cool dude. We've had him on a couple times, and I love it. He's got such a cool style.
Yeah, man.
And I love the image he did here.
Yeah, he's a good dude, and he's a friend, and he's been really supportive of this campaign. And I think somewhere around the midpoint, I woke up to this in the inbox, and he was like, just add it to the campaign, and let's try to raise those numbers.
Very cool. How many campaigns have you done now? You've been in the scene for a while.
Yeah, this is our 4th major release. First was Samurai and Dinosaurs, then The Gods Fear Me, and then Deep Well, and now Longshadow.
Wow, very cool, dude.
Thank you.
This one, I'll be honest, I think out of all the campaigns, you've had some really great campaigns, but this one, the imagery, I just love the haunting, the feel of the images, and I think by far, I think this is probably in this image right here, man.
Yeah.
I can't attest to the story, but what you're putting together, man, I think this is like my favorite.
Yeah, thank you. I just told Preston with that cover, I just said go full for Zeta.
Yeah.
And he killed it, man.
Yeah, this is awesome, dude. So each campaign you do is kind of different, you go with the different genres and things. After you do this pulp, man, what's the next thing you're going to check off the list? Where do you want to go from here?
So again, depending on how schedules line up with Christian Rossi and Stefani Renee, it'll either be The Gods Fear Me 2 or The Red Key. So it'll either be more cyberpunk horror with, The Gods Fear Me, or it'll be our big debut superhero book with Stefani, The Red Key. And this is Longshadow is actually The Red Key's first, in continuity appearance, because we're starting to unlock the multiverse stuff that we have going on. And when I say multiverse, I don't want readers to think it's a case of like, at the end of the movie, Nick Fury is going to walk in and invite them to the Avengers. Like it's less MCU, and it's more the approach Stephen King takes to a multiverse, where like each story is its own thing, but if you're gracious enough to come along with us for the full ride, you're going to start to see some connective tissue.
Yeah. So you mean it's more like Nile, a Pop XP on a couch, being like we went that way,
right? Exactly. And also when it comes to multiverses, like my big thing with this multiverse that we're building up is each universe is specific and individual and unique. So like there's not 100 Longshadows out there. There's not 100 Red Keys. There's one Longshadow. There's one Red Key. There's one for each universe. I think multiples kind of cheapen what the character is, what's special about the character.
Oh, very cool. Well, hey, man, again, thanks for reaching out. Make sure to save that email.
Of
That's
course,
the
man.
best way to get a hold of me that I'll remember.
Yeah,
I feel bad because sometimes people, like, I get a lot of DMs, you know, a lot of people
Right.
requesting to come on and stuff. And sometimes like, oh, yeah, hell yeah, that's cool. And then I go over here to do something else. And I feel bad because then I forget like a couple of days later.
Yeah.
So the best thing if you want to be on the show is to email scheduling at the Pop XP.
Okay.
Or if you're like Mike, there's also, you can also email Nile Scala at the Pop XP if you want to get on as well. But scheduling is best. But if you have either or, that's a good way to go.
You can also take a rock, write it on a piece of paper, and throw it through
true.
the window.
Or
Right,
put it
right.
like in a cheeseburger and tap on my back door and leave it at the back steps, and
Right,
you'll
yeah.
definitely be able to.
With a little
What,
string
Colleen?
attached.
What was that? What was that face for?
She said cheeseburger, and my brain immediately went to a bag of shit on fire because she said on the back doorstep.
I thought you were like about to pull out a bag of shit on fire or something. She's like, yeah, bag of shit on fire.
I mean, look, whatever will get your attention,
Colleen?
Nile.
I know, right? I guess that's just how it works. Whatever you're gonna do.
I
But,
don't know. Like my brain takes some serious leaps sometimes. So
leaps and bounds. That's the brain of a creative, right? It goes to really effed up places, and you never know where you're gonna land. But again, Mike, man, this looks cool. This looks real cool.
Thanks very much, man. And thanks for having me on.
Oh, always. And again, everyone, if you check this out, all the links to the campaigns that we've had on tonight are below in the description. And if you're new to the channel, watching this live or watching recorded, please consider giving us, clicking that subscribe button and smashing the bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload awesome new content. And speaking of awesome new content, I don't even know if I can show this, but I'm going to do it. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to pop this up here. I'm not going to play the video yet. But so I've been dealing with some awesome creators. Yes, that's the bell. That's the bell. So I've been dealing with some awesome. So Ji Young Lee is a creator from South Korea. I've been dealing with one of his managers, and we've been talking about having him on the show and getting him things lined up. This campaign is launching next week on Kickstarter, and this is for, I don't even know if it's spelling right, Gumai, the beginning of her. But I just want to show you really quick how haunting and incredible his artwork is. It's an amazing story. But I just want to preview some of that. Like, look at these interiors. How incredible is this?
That looks great.
Look at this here. Let me do this. This gets a little bigger. Not by much, I guess, but anyway, like, look at this right here. Like, I could see, look, you could like see his, you see the white of his eyes, like just the way the shadow is over. I love this story. You know, I love certain lore and things, ghosts and paranormal stuff, and this takes on a very kind of dark story, a crime story. It's really cool. I don't want to get into too much detail because I really don't even know if I'm supposed to show this, and I'm hoping none of them are watching because I don't really know them well enough. But I think this is amazing. And once this launches it's launching on this Tuesday next week, the 10th. They've got, here you go. So United States. So I'm wondering if this is actually, I think they're distributing this in the United States just because I'm looking at the shipping costs. That looks very normal. And looking at some of the
Australia,
international costs.
$8 million.
Yeah, I know. Australia should be like $1,000.
Tell me about it.
But yeah, that's nuts. But anyways, just keep an eye out for this, okay? Write this in your calendar. There's no email sign up for this yet, but it's launching on the 10th. Maybe me and Adam Lawson will jump on this. This is really right up our alley. Cara on we'll really dig into this campaign. We'll play the video and everything, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick preview before we go because this book looks awesome. And they sent me a couple issues. So this is a culmination, right? So there's 3 issues. If you do want to know, Ji Young has a website where he has some of his other books as well as some other artwork that he's done. Very talented creator. But check it out. It's going to be fun. So I just wanted to give you guys that quick snippet there of the project. Crime noir meets horror tale. Yes, Aaron Berg. Thank you. Love that guy. But yeah, so anyways, just wanted to show that to everyone. We're going to show that off next week somehow. Next week's a crazy week. Next week is a crazy week. Tuesday, we have JC Vaughn's launch party for Vampire of PA or Al Capone. It's going to be freaking awesome. And then Wednesday, we have a big announcement because there's a new series coming to the Pop XP, which I'm excited about with a great crew of hosts. Just a complete legend, an absolute legend is involved in this. I'm blown away that we get to have them on the Pop XP channel, which is going to be great. And then Thursday, obviously, we're going to have another episode of Crowdfunding Comics Creator Power Hour. We got Dan Mendoza on. We got William Russell on. Russell Allen's going to be popping on. Cara Nicole may be there. I don't know how exciting it's going to be. Colleen may pop in. Who knows? Who knows what Colleen's doing? You know, I'm sure she loves spending her Thursday nights sitting here. Like, what the fuck am I doing? I only care about my book and pooping bags on back steps or something burning.
It's a flaming shit.
Oh, flaming shit bag.
Yeah.
I think my aunt used to call me that. But anyways, that's so fucked up. But Mike, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Cara,
thanks, man. Always a pleasure.
Colleen, thank you for hanging out. Good luck.
Thank you.
I hope you hit 4K. That'd be super cool, wouldn't it? And yeah, everyone have a great weekend. Bakshi Sakura on Indiegogo and Kickstarter. That's a fun one that I dabbled with a little bit. And yeah, I guess we'll see everyone next week.
All right.
Cool.
All right.
Later.
Thanks, guys.
Later, guys. Have a good one. Thank you so much. Hey, everyone. Thank you for joining us on Pop XP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at the Pop XP and over on Instagram at the Pop XP. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you soon.